game from coast to coast, but in the South, where they say the game just means more, there's only one game considered the Deep South's oldest rivalry. From black jersey debuts to prayers and Jordan hair, this matchup has had it all. Welcome, everyone, to the home of the Auburn Tigers, Jordan Hare Stadium, as we'll see the number 10 team in the country, the Georgia Bulldogs, taking on another SEC rival, the Auburn Tigers. For EA Sports College Football, Reese Davis with you alongside David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, and guys, can't wait to get this one started. Just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. So Georgia's offense will have the opening possession of the game. The Deep South's oldest rivalry will stir deep emotions, and just last year, Auburn gave the Dogs a big scare early in the third quarter, but man, did Georgia pour it on late.
Yeah, it was still 31-13, but there were some moments, there were some cracks, but Georgia took care of business. And I tell you what, Jesse, this is beginning to be a very one-sided rivalry. Auburn needs to show up. Like, Georgia's had back bragging rights year after year after year. Auburn's got to shut these guys up.
Yeah, Georgia's won 8 in a row now in this rivalry. You're right. I think the big key for Auburn, they've got to be able to get pressure on the quarterback. Could not do it consistently against Carson Beck. Big reason why Carson Beck did not turn it over in this game last season. That had been a problem for him early in the year. Auburn's defense has to play big today.
And he was hit just as he was releasing the pass, and it falls to the ground incomplete.
Man, it's easy to play defense when you can do this. When you can get to the quarterback quick and make him make a decision quick, it makes it easier for the secondary, for the linebackers, for everybody on the field.
This crowd trying to make life miserable for this offense. Back to throw, it's Stockton. Fires to the wideout. Working the middle. Ripping off a pretty good chunk of yardage. They've got it out to the 41 with a first down.
When you're a playmaker like this guy is, your coaches are going to dial up plays intended for you, especially on third down. That's what you saw in that last play. There was no question where the quarterback was going with that football. All week long, they decided on the biggest downs of this game, we're going to target our best player, and we're going to make sure that he gets looks. It doesn't matter what the coverage is. And you saw it right there on that play.
And not much doing there as that defense runs him out of bounds. Guys, only Minnesota and Wisconsin have played more often than Auburn and Georgia. This rivalry is rich in tradition.
And you're right, Reese. This goes back to 1892. A long time. This game has been heated. You know a bunch of the names, a bunch of the storylines. And speaking of storylines, how about the mascot for Georgia?
Oh, he's got some space. They get him out of bounds at the 32, but that is what you want out of this running game. What perfect execution on that big run. Everything perfectly blocked, and this guy doesn't need a lot of room.
I love how this offensive line communicates and works up front. You see guys winning their one-on-one battles. There's double teams happening. Guys are getting into the second level and creating big lanes for this running back.
They'll ride the hot hand. And this time they're waiting for him, and he only gets back to the line of scrimmage.
Well, you love to see that from the defense, right? It's like bend, don't break. They've given up a bunch of plays on this drive, but now that they're getting down close to field goal range, you're seeing them start to stiffen up.
Yeah, and plays don't matter anymore. Yards don't matter. All that matters with these defenses nowadays is points and limiting them.
Looking for a physical attack from the gun. That'll be a gain of about 7, leaves him with 3rd and 3. Looking to throw at Stockton. Oh, they really could have used that catch there. Physical pass defense. It brings up a 4th down.
Yeah, and third and short, they choose not to run, throw the football, and I think a lot of that has to do with they know they're in field goal range. They can take the 3 points on the board.
This offense wants to establish an aggressive identity. They'll go for it on 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Got it in the middle, it's Branch. The change will move, and they'll have 1st and 10 from inside the red zone at the 18.
Well, it's a heck of being conservative, right? I mean, that essentially would have just been a chip shot field goal with where they were on that 4th down, but they decide to go for it, throw it. They're looking for 6. They're going for a touchdown. They are being aggressive.
Give to the single back. Spins away from the defense. And he rolls into the house. Touchdown, Dawgs!
What a luxury for an offense to have. The ability to set the tone on the ground, giving that guy the football time after time, making offense easy, being physical, and really setting the tone for this football game.
Setting up for the extra point after the first score of the game. And the extra point makes it 7-0. They put together a 74-yard touchdown drive, and it was capped off with an impressive 18-yard touchdown run. They're getting set to kick it away, and that last score took a little oomph out of this crowd. What kind of field position can he help them with on the return? Not a whole lot of room to operate on that return as the coverage unit was there and ready. The Tigers offense will have its first possession of the game. The matchup we'll be watching in this one really takes you back. Big-time running back going right into the face of a tackling machine at linebacker, David.
Yeah, and we're going to see this individual battle a lot, not just in pass coverage when they match up, but just meeting in holes. And who's going to win when they go head-to-head? That will be a big factor in who wins this football game. But, Jesse, one-on-one, this is going to be a show.
This is going to be an incredible matchup that's going to go on until there's zeros up on the clock. Both of these guys have circled this game on the calendar because they knew who they were going to be facing. Two guys we know are going to play at the next level, but I think this is probably one of the better individual matchups we're going to see all season long.
2nd down, he'll throw it. Snagged in the middle, it's Frazier. Brought down at the 28, but it's a 10-yard gain.
Well, your opponent scored on their opening drive, so obviously no need to panic, but I know having been in this situation as a quarterback, you want to answer right away. So really good to see him making some nice throws here on their opening drive. He's going to try and see if he can get this thing tied up.
Trying the left side. Big time play by the defense. He'll lose 4.
I love when defensive backs come up and they are physical and they stick their face in the fan and they aren't scared. Talking to the defensive coordinator coming into this game, he knew his DBs had to tackle well. They had to get these running backs on the ground. Great start on this first drive.
The Tigers have put themselves in dire straits after that last play. It's 2nd and a mile. The play action fake. Grabbed behind the line. It's Cobb. And look, this guy has some serious moves, and he tried all of them and still didn't get loose.
Well, the short passing game is a great go-to for any offensive coordinator in the first quarter because it's reliable, but it also allows you to see how the defense is going to react and play. So this can certainly open things up later on.
They've made 3rd down offense a key. It'll be tested on 3rd and long from the 28. Fired just a little too long as the junior frustrated he missed that connection.
That's why it's so important for this defense to win 1st and 2nd down. You set up 3rd and longs like that, you can show your exotic looks, you can get the pass rush going, everybody on the back end expecting throw, and that's how you force incompletions and force 4th downs.
Auburn's going to have to send out the punt team. They'll boot it into the night sky for the first time. And the punt team gets down there and gets the return man on the ground. And Georgia ready to go back to work on offense. They'll run the option. Already a solid start to this one. Now back to work with this 7-0 lead. These little gains can start to add up as he gets it up to the 34.
And you're seeing his dynamic ability to run the football that time on the option play. I know he doesn't pick up the first down, but that's still a good chunk of yardage, and the defense wasn't ready for it. Moving forward, expect the offense to go back to the option play again and see if someone will finally take the quarterback and force him to pitch it.
Able to work it to the 39-yard line, and that'll be a first down.
You know, tight ends are such matchup nightmares and problems for defense. They're too big for DBs to cover, and they're too fast for linebackers to cover. You saw it right there.
They'll snap it from the 39, first and 10. Looking downfield, it's Stockton. Just too much heat that time, and they knock him down at the 31. The Tigers bringing the heat the way Andre Bruce did back in the day.
And they just find those big, nasty, strong, physical guys that can eat up the line of scrimmage and get after quarterbacks. It's one of the staples of these Auburn teams all throughout the years.
And the Bulldogs trying to find their way forward after the big loss on the last play. Hands it off. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
Great job by the defense. Everybody firing off the ball, hitting their guys, holding their gaps, running to the football, nowhere to go.
Oh, this crowd wants it. They want to roll Toomer's corner, but right now they want to stop on third down. Looking to throw, and he needs a chunk play. Quickly to the tight end. And a good job of coverage by that defense, just a short pickup.
You got to love that. On defense, one of the most critical statistics out there is how do you play on third down? How do you prevent the opponent from keeping drives alive? Right there, tackling the catch, you gave up the completion, what do you do? You set up fourth and long, you're going to get the ball back, go get some water and celebrate.
Hunt is on its way. And he's going to get it up to about the 29-yard line before he's brought down. Now here comes that Auburn offense onto the field again. Finding themselves down 7-0, they'd love to get a drive going here. He gets those chains moving, gets it out to the 42-yard line.
When you play zone coverage, you got a wide receiver that's a beast. It becomes very, very difficult. Got to make sure I play physical and maybe even shade the side of the wide receiver having a lot of success.
Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Use the play fake, now to throw. Not quite in rhythm there, incomplete.
That's one the offense would love to have back. That's a play they practice over and over and over. They feel like they can run that play in their sleep, not able to connect there.
High the chains now on second and long. On the option. Fights off a defender. He had all kinds of company as soon as he got it. He had to fight his way back just to get to the line of scrimmage.
Well, obviously a really nice play by the defense there stopping the option, but I think that's on the quarterback because it looked like his pitch option was wide open. That ball should have gone to the running back out on the perimeter. It looked like he had some open field in front of him to go make something positive happen. This quarterback's got to make better decisions. It's not just the passing game. It's in the run game with the option, too.
It's so nice when you know it's third and long, you know a pass is coming, you worked on it all week, get your feet set at the sticks, understand that quarterback's got to be rushed, get him off of his spot. Nice execution by this defense.
Auburn sends out the punting unit. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. They make the stop, and that is exactly what you want out of your punt cover unit. We're ready to get another look at this Bulldog offense. Here's another opportunity, Jesse, to stretch out this lead after punting last time.
I think it goes back to your playmakers, Reese. I think it's finding the guys that have been working for you earlier on in this game and getting them the football.
And there's obviously no need to panic. I mean, think about it. You got the lead. You got the football. You got to be smart with the football, make your plays, put a good drive together here.
They'll line up for a second down play. Try trying play action. Looking deep down the right side. Makes a grab deep. He's loose. Touchdown, Georgia. He found some open space and turned on the Jets.
One of the reasons this offense is so exciting to watch, they've got guys that are dangerous after they catch. If this quarterback gets through his progression, David, hits you in stride, these guys will take it to the house.
Man, it's your job to do the rest, right? You hit me in stride where I don't have to stop running. I don't have to break down. It makes it so easy. The connection between quarterback, wide receiver, you can tell this is a good one, and that's why they got 6 on that play.
Now they'll line up for what they hope is automatic. And the extra point pushes the lead to 14. This offense prides itself on going after you, and they did with that long touchdown pass to finish off a 2-play drive. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. He'll bring it out. It's Simmons. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. And Auburn is ready to go back to work on offense. Wants to throw on first down off the play fake. They've gotten off to a sluggish start and need to put something together on this drive. Oh, he dropped it. That deep ball was right on the money. You just have to make that catch. Try to make up for some of that lost ground on second down. Back to pass. Quick completion on the out. It just keeps moving. And a little more space. Open up that playbook even more as they pick up the first down out to the 30.
Nice pitch and catch there from QB to wide receiver. Great job. An out route is all about timing. 1, 2, 3, boom, break out, throw to him right now. Great pitch, great catch.
It'll be 1st and 10 from the 30. They'll run play action. Oh, they're after him. They get enough rush, and it pays off. The sack at the 20. If there's ever been a position group that sort of identifies with the team's mascot, it would be the Bulldog mentality of this Georgia front.
Those hunkering down dogs up front, they got to hunker down and stop the run and be physical. And then guess what? It gets into passing situations. Now I'm quick. Now I'm on the edge. Now I'm making that quarterback's life a living you-know-what.
Now facing 2nd and long after the defense came up with that sack. Makes the grab. It's Coleman. Turning it on. They bring him down, but a solid pickup to put them in position to pick up a first down.
I like the decision by the quarterback here. Just get the ball out of your hands, get it to your playmaker. A lot of times he'll dance and make even bigger plays than he did here, but it was still a positive game.
And that last completion left them short of the sticks. It's 3rd down. From the gun, wants to pass. Short throw to the sideline, picks up just a little. He's going to come up a couple of yards short of the first down.
Man, and that's just making it way too easy on the defense. They're laughing at that short throw. They're like, really? Okay, we'll just make an easy tackle and jog our punt return team out on the field. We're going to make it that easy for us.
Auburn's going to have to send out the punt team. He'll try to really get into this one. Fair catch is collected at the 24, and that's where they'll start this drive. And Georgia ready to go back to work on offense. He put 2 touchdowns on the board in the early going, and now right back to work. Not much doing there. He gets it to the 26, a gain of 1.
And you want to run the football, right? And that's okay. You'll take some of these, but if they start to add up down the road, obviously you might want to think about airing it out a little bit.
Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on second down. To the air, it's Stockton. Unloads to the wideout. And he just overshot his man and threw it out of bounds and complete.
What a play by the defender that time, because he's matched up one-on-one man coverage against just an outstanding wide receiver, and it's the defender who makes the play. Really, really good position. He was up to the challenge. Interesting to see if this quarterback goes his way again.
On 3rd and long, trying to have a big completion here. And the incomplete pass will bring up 4th down.
Every defense in the country talks about getting offenses in predictable 3rd and long situations where I can bring on more speedsters and I know the pass is coming so I can have more success.
Georgia sends out the punt team. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. Looks it all the way in and now turns his attention upfield. Couldn't get away from that cover team, and they've got him down at the 23. Off play action on 1st down. Quarterback needs to make a better throw there. Incomplete.
I don't know about the decision that time by the quarterback. He may have been expecting man coverage, but that time the defense was in zone, and they did a really nice job closing the window. The intended target was not open, and that's why that one fell incomplete.
Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on 2nd down. Couldn't connect on 1st down, now back to the air. Pass is incomplete, and by this stage of his career, you'd think a junior quarterback might take a little better care of the football. I know you want to go to this guy because he's made so many plays for you, but when he's doubled, surely somebody else has a much easier play to make.
And it might not be the stud that he is, right? Like, I might not find another guy that's a baller like him, that's a playmaker, but now I got one-on-one matchups elsewhere that I got to go take advantage of. If they're going to double cover him, I'm going to take advantage of some matchups somewhere else.
And listen, the defense knew coming into this one, they were going to target him early and often. He is a weapon, and there's no mystery where the quarterback's going to be looking on critical down and distances. Let's see how they're able to cover him throughout the rest of this game.
On the ground, it's Alston. Runs through the tackle. And we've been waiting to see the spin move, and so too had the defense. They were ready for it.
That's a really good job by the defense, wrapping them up, getting them on the ground, take away that run game, make them one-dimensional, put them in passing situations. Really good job by the defense.
Got 3 on 1st down at 2nd and 7. Looking to fire. Got it in the middle, it's Frazier. They're able to get him stopped just shy of the 1st down mark.
Well, a nice completion there, finding the tight end. And what's so beautiful about that is while they didn't get the first, they were able to pick up enough yards now to make the 3rd down manageable. Really putting this offense in a good position.
And the Tigers are at the line trying to move the sticks on 3rd and short. Quarterback on the keeper. There he goes! Quick step and go! Really nice job to convert that 3rd down, and they've got it at the 33.
Man, this defense has to be better. You have to stop the first part of the option, and that is the quarterback. And he gets loose. He gets the 1st down, another set of downs. They need to figure out this plan and how to stop this quarterback.
Looking downfield on 1st down. Pulls it in. It's Cobb. Didn't pick up a lot there. Moved it forward just a few. They were able to make the completion, but he had to pick his way for just a little bit. Needed a little more help to spring him for some yardage.
Yeah, if you're going to have success when you throw it outside like that, you're going to need some more blocking and better blocking downfield. Give the defense credit, though. They were able to rally and made a tackle.
They'll go to work in the air on 2nd down. That's reeled in. It's Singleton. And a good job in coverage there as they stop it after just a few.
My old coach said you'll never go broke taking a profit. Take what's there, take the positive yards, never complain.
The Tigers come to the ball trying to pick up this 3rd and short. From the gun, wants to pass. Grabbed in the middle, it's Alston. They've got enough for the 1st down, and they're in the red zone at the 20.
3rd down, understanding exactly where the sticks are. You got to stop certain routes so they don't get to certain depths. Quarterback completes and gets another 1st down. Got to be a little bit more mindful of where those sticks are.
Here comes Auburn to the line on 1st and 10. Use the play fake. Now to throw. Quarterback just flat missed it. Incomplete.
I don't even know if the offense is aware that they have other eligible targets downfield. It feels like every single throw early in this game has gone this guy's way.
They're dealing with a 2nd and long. Wants to go up top. Grab near the marker. It's Singleton. He'll be stopped just short of the end zone, but they'll have it 1st and goal. While we're only through one, these quarterbacks have been lighting up their stat lines. This could be a pivotal moment in this game as we open the 2nd period and they try to find a way to answer. Starting off this quarter close enough to smell the goal line. A 1st down run on the doorstep. Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Auburn!
The best running backs are the guys that can just sniff out the end zone. That running back showed you all of his freakish ability on that play.
On to attempt the try.
The kicker is on for the extra point.
And the PAT will draw them 1 point closer. They put it in the end zone with a 12-play scoring drive. And they close the deal, pushing their way inches into the end zone. They're set to kick it off, and this crowd now ready to get behind them. Here he comes from inside his own 5. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. We're ready to get another look at this Bulldog offense. All kinds of room to throw that one in there. A little more space, open up that playbook even more as they pick up the 1st down out to the 30. The Dogs have had a long history of scrappy and efficient quarterbacks. Add a little star power to it, and you've got something working.
You definitely get a little extra something. We see it all across college football. You find that dude at the quarterback spot, it takes you from good to great, and you see it.
Quarterback feeling the pressure, and down he goes in the 22.
When it's a play-action pass, that quarterback, he really has to sell the fake. He can't tell his offensive lineman's getting beat right away while he's selling the fake. He had no shot.
The Bulldogs with a long way to go after the loss on the last play. Wants to throw. It's Stockton. Got him downfield. He gets those chains moving, gets it out to the 42-yard line. Now, last year, there were long stretches in which the Georgia offense hardly looked like a well-oiled machine. Now the quarterback's transferred, new full-time starter in there. I think it's fair to say, David, that the Dogs need more from the quarterback position this season.
They do need more, but I tell you what, they didn't help in the whole spot around, right? The offensive line, running backs, receivers, it was kind of below average for every position, but the quarterback is the tone setter, the captain, and having a guy like Gunner at the helm, man, this is a dude they all trust, they all respect, and I expect this offense to bounce back in a big way.
That last completion sets him up on 2nd down. Now the play fake. Lofts one high and deep. And they wanted it all on that incomplete pass. Instead, they're looking at 3rd down.
Well, you see them there taking the shot. I think the thought process is look, we've had so much success early in this game running the football. Let's see if we can now take advantage of the defense throwing the ball over their head. They're going to be expecting run. Safeties and linebackers are all going to be playing downhill trying to stop that. If we get the one-on-one opportunities to the outside, we have got to take shots. That one fell incomplete, but they should keep trying this as the game goes on.
And really nice job by the defense, understanding the situation. You know they like to run the touch pass. Great job selling out, seeing it, bringing those guys right down, flying into space, getting the fast, speedy wide receiver on the ground. Nice third down stop.
Georgia lining up to punt it away. And that is textbook instructional video. Out of bounds right around the goal line. He's going to throw it from his own end zone. Fired just a little too long as the junior frustrated he missed that connection.
Man, a quarterback threw that ball hard, too. And I know sometimes when you're throwing an in-breaking route, you want to get it to your receiver quickly. But when you try to strain and throw it harder, oftentimes your accuracy is what suffers. And you saw it there on the incompletion.
Backed up now. Here's second and long. The run from the shotgun. They ripped off 7 on that one. Now a third down and 3.
It's got to feel good as an offense knowing that early in the drive you could turn around, hand it off, get a push up front, and go get positive yardage.
The Tigers are at the line looking to convert on 3rd and short. They'll try to get the first through the air. Just gets rid of it before the heat. And that one's incomplete. They weren't just trying to move the chains. They were trying to move the scoreboard. Instead, it's 4th down.
Defense did a great job. 3rd and short on the opponent's side of the field. They're expecting quick throw. Everybody, they dug their heel on the ground. They're able to break on the ball, force the incompletion.
Auburn sends out the punting unit. 4th time tonight we've seen this guy come on to punt. So from his own end zone, the punt is away. Playing the field position game as he makes the fair catch right at the 50. And Georgia ready to go back to work on offense. They'll go to the ground.
And that would be the definition of first down success. Putting himself in a good position. It's 2nd and inches. I can do whatever I want next. I can take a shot down the field. I can run the football and get a new set of downs. Like, nice first down execution.
And the Dogs have their whole playbook open here on 2nd and inches. Motion from the wide receiver. On the move, it's Frazier. Breaks into the open. Makes the stop at the 23-yard line, but it's a pickup of 15. A first down, and this offense is smelling the end zone. So they move the sticks on the run. Let's see what they do with this one. He'll pull it on the read. Getting work done on the ground. He's pulled down at the 14-yard line.
This is one of the things that's hard about stopping the option. That wasn't a big gain, but you look up, and they're in 2nd and short, 2nd and medium. They put you behind the sticks consistently as a defense. This defense has to be aggressive, make sure they get to this quarterback, and make him make quick decisions.
He'll ride his man on the option. Didn't get much done on that run. He'll fight his way out and maybe pick up a yard.
It's a veteran defense. They've seen option before. They were prepared to see it in this game, and you're seeing it on that play right there. Everybody doing a great job with assignment football, staying in their gaps, accounting for anyone who can have the football. They were ready for the pitch guy that time, and they're able to make a quick stop.
Plows through the defense.
And that's a nice stop by this defense. Nice job stopping the run, setting up 4th and inches. Listen, this is a no-brainer. If I can't get inches, I don't deserve to win. I'm coming downhill. I'm playing physical. I'm picking my play, whether it's quarterback sneak, fullback dive, whatever it is that we do great, and I'm going to get my inches.
Now it looks as if they'll settle for the field goal try. This whole play is going to see if this kicker can operate in a sea of noise. The field goal is no good. And the margin remains at 7 after the miss. So here comes the Auburn offense. They really didn't move the ball at all the last time they had it, and hoping for better fortune this time around. Looking for room. It's Alston. Defense there to stop him after a gain of 1 to the 22.
Run game is good. Balance is good. Now listen, if the run game isn't good, then you got to pass the football a little bit more. But sometimes you got to keep them honest, take them chunk by chunk.
After picking up a couple, it's 2nd and 8. Back to pass. Grabbed over the middle. It's Frazier. Makes the stop at the 32, but he picks up 10 on that play.
Well, I know the tight end did some good things after the catch, but got to give the quarterback credit to the location of the throw. Because he put it out in front of his big man, he was able to make the catch and accelerate, creating some distance there between him and the defense.
With a first down, they'll snap it from the 32. Time to take a shot. He's got it on the outside. And it looked as if he might take that one all the way to the house. Just ran out of a little steam, and the defense finally got him. Auburn ready to go back to work after getting another first down. The give. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage.
And man, it's nice to have a guy that is just better than your guys. And no matter what play you call, man, how about him getting in the backfield quick, penetrating, using his quickness, and using his strength to get him to the ground. That is a baller.
They'll try the run. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play.
Really nice job by the defense that time, getting a stop. They've been really good so far in this one, shutting this guy down, not letting him break out. You've got the lead. It's tight, though. And you know the opponent is going to keep trying to run it. So can you keep this up here in the second half on defense? That's the question.
On 3rd down, he'll try to pick it up through the air. How about a little rhythm that you can tap your toe to on that throw and catch for the first down?
Well, the defense just has not had an answer for this guy working out of the slot so far. Man coverage has been tricky. He's beaten them in zone. You might want to think about bracketing him where you've got a defender on the outside and the inside to see if you can force the quarterback to go somewhere else with the ball.
They'll give it to the back. Got some room, headed to the goal line. And he waltzes in for the score. Touchdown, Tiger. Precision blocking up front. Created the open lane, and the running back followed it beautifully.
Yeah, it's pretty easy to follow an offensive line that makes those holes and just gives you a caravan all the way to the end zone. What an unbelievable job blocking up front.
Extra point here will tie the game. And he puts through the extra point. So it's an 80-yard drive, and the capper came on the run to the end zone from the 13. They're set to kick it off. Do you think this crowd's going to get loud when their defense comes on the field? He'll bring it out. It's Jones. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. We're ready to get another look at this Bulldog offense. A blown opportunity, missing that short field goal on the last drive, and now they'll try to put something on the board here. Listen to this crowd just shaking the girders of this place, trying to help their defense. To the air, it's Stockton. Here comes the heat. The short hands, it's Frazier. Open space at the 25. They finally get him on the ground, but he's got an explosive play for the first down.
And that's why this guy is such a weapon in this offense, because you don't have to throw it far downfield. Just get the ball in his hands. He catches it close to the line of scrimmage, but look what he was able to do after the catch. He gets an explosive play for this offense.
Now from the 36-yard line, it's 1st and 10. Use the play fake, now to throw. Fires to the wideout. And that incomplete pass caused by the big hit on 1st down, 2nd down coming. What will they dial up on 2nd and a long way to go? They'll throw again after the incompletion. That's caught. It's Frazier. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there. Still a bit short of the 1st down. Well, he comes up with the reception, but not a lot of room to run after that.
Yeah, and I like the QB doing this. I mean, I'm going to find ways to give him the football and see if he can make a miss. And I'm going to bet most of the time that my guy is a little bit more athletic than that defensive guy. Defense won this battle, but I like trying to get this guy the ball in space.
They'll move the chains. Good execution on 3rd down. They've got it at the 41. And after that pitch and catch, he's already over 200 yards. We're in the first half, Jesse.
Man, Reese, he's dialed in right now. He's really doing a nice job seeing the field, reading coverages, and finding his open guy.
This Georgia offense moving quickly down the field. Off the bootleg and rolling out. Caught in the backfield, it's Frazier. He's all the way down to the 27-yard line, and they are threatening.
And a great job by the QB, finding the running back, getting the football where he can do some damage after the catch, and most importantly, get the 1st down.
Georgia ready to dial it up on another 1st down. Caught behind the line. It's Bell. Finally corralled, but not before. He picked up the 1st down.
Nice completion here to this wide receiver, and you're going to see this receiver line up in different spots all over the field all game long. Defense has got to keep their eye on where this guy is because they know he's a big part of this offense's success.
Now on 1st and goal, let's see what Georgia will do. Back to throw, it's Stockton. Looking for the goal line. That completion has them right on the doorstep. They'll mark it at the 1.
And this offense shows they will be aggressive. On 1st and goal, they get the completion. Listen, games come down to executing in the red zone. This is a big spot.
Looking for just 1 more yard. It's 2nd and goal. Trying to surge it in. And that penetration left him nowhere to go. Dodged a couple, but he's knocked down for a loss.
And in that situation, the 1-yard line, the defense brings so many guys. Palmer gets in the backfield, creates the negative.
Yeah, I think we're seeing the overall athleticism of this defense. They've got guys flying to the ball.
On 3rd and goal, they'll try to throw it in. And the quarterback pulled up 2 and sacked at the 12.
Man, this offense, they gotta find something. They gotta get in the rhythm somehow. So far, no success, not protecting the quarterback. Really, the only good thing I can say so far is they haven't turned the football over.
And here comes the field goal unit for the 2nd time tonight. This crowd trying to do its part to get inside the kicker's head. Good right down the boulevard. And with that, they've taken the lead.
And you want a touchdown and you want to be aggressive, but man, right down the middle, that obviously gives me some confidence down the road that I can trust this guy.
After putting up the field goal, they're set to kick it away. Coming out with it, it's Simmons. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. Now here comes that Auburn offense onto the field again. They took advantage of outstanding field position the last time they had it, and now they'll have a little more work to do to get on the board. Tried to move that pile forward. He maybe gets two. He's down at the 21.
And the defense doing a great job committing to the run. When you commit to the run like this, obviously you can give up some plays in the passing game, but you got to stop the run first.
After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line 2nd and 7. Looking to fire. And that pass will be jarred loose on 2nd down. That brings up 3rd down.
Well, that looked like it was going to be a completion, but how about the defender making the hit and forcing the incompletion?
Wow, this offense is doing nothing. They've already punted 4 times and staring at the possibility of a 5th. That's caught. It's Coleman. He'll make a play on 3rd down. He's got enough for the first as they mark it at the 32. 3rd down, a lot of times it comes down to not necessarily who's the most open, who do you trust the most?
Yeah, it's not about the X's and the O's. It's about the Jimmies and the Joes. And when my guy's better than you and I get you matched up out wide and I know I trust you, I'm finding you.
Catch in the middle. It's Singleton. Makes the grab almost to the 1st down marker, but a good pickup on that one.
How nice is it in this offense to have your best receiver playing in the slot? You're matching him up against linebackers, against safeties, or nickel corners. Nickel corners are oftentimes the defense's 3rd best cornerback. This guy is virtually uncoverable.
And the Tigers can play this 2nd down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. Quick touch pass to the receiver. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
You got to fight fire with fire. You got to fight speed with speed. There's a receiver with the ball out in the open field trying to get the corner, but a cornerback with the same type of speed and athleticism able to make the tackle. Nice job.
The Tigers line up trying to move the sticks on 3rd and short. And the incomplete pass will bring up 4th down.
Yeah, I like the aggressiveness on 3rd and short, trying to throw the football, take advantage of a look that they got. They weren't successful, and now it's 4th and short territory. Who knows what they're going to do?
Auburn's going to have to send out the punt team.
In punt formation to kick it away.
Excellent coverage that time. Didn't give him any room to set up a big return. They'll get this drive started from their own 26. RPO complete to open the drive. And good coverage by the defense, just a short gain.
Trying to throw the wide receiver screen to pick up that 1st down, but the defense just too much speed getting to the ball carrier on that one.
Plenty of work to do here on 2nd and long. Gives it on the option. Oh, he's got some space. Stopped at the 43 after the 15-yard pickup. The offense quickly calls timeout to stop the clock. Now on 1st down from the 43-yard line. To the air. It's Stockton. Shoots it to the left. Just a bit of a misfire there as they can't make the connection.
It seemed like there may have been a miscommunication there between the QB and receiver, just not on the same page.
Working well behind the sticks on 2nd down. After the incompletion, back to the passing game. A little too much on that one, just out of his reach.
And how nice is it to have the home crowd going absolutely bananas? Communication is harder, but the snapping the football, everybody being on time, man, this crowd really affecting the football.
This Auburn crowd trying to conjure up a little magic here on 3rd down. From the gun, wants to pass. Fires one high and deep. Oh, and he had it. The deep ball was there, and it just trickled through his fingers.
3rd and long situations are really hard to convert. The defense knows it's going to be passed. The pass pass rushers are getting upfield. You're under pressure. You don't have timing. And as a result now, 4th down.
Georgia sends out the punt team. He's getting a lot of work. 4th time he's punted tonight. And there will be no return on this one, and he can't get it out of bounds. The ball will come out to the 20. Looking for space. It's Alston. Just never gives you a clean shot at him as he gets out to the 28.
You love to see this on offense. Early in drives, getting that kind of yardage keeps you ahead of the chains.
The Tigers with a 2nd and short to keep this drive moving. Back to throw, and they've got to be aware of the clock. Caught near the sticks. It's Simmons. Out across the 30 to the 39 after getting 10 on that one. That's going to wrap up the first half here, and now we join Kevin with the halftime update.
Guys, the Deep South shuts down when the Tigers and Dogs get together, and that's the case again here today. And talk about a first half for the dude in that backfield. That coaching staff has been giving rave reviews on a weekly basis, and through 2 quarters today, he's been a complete game changer. He's breaking the will of this defense, and that's something that's just very tough to quantify. With that, let's throw it back to the guys to see how the fight between Auburn and Georgia plays out.
Don't you know, bump it up. You got to bump it up. Don't you know, bump it up. You got to bump it up. Don't you know, bump it up.
Ready to get things going here in the second half as Georgia about to kick it away. He'll start the return inside his 5. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. And Auburn is ready to go back to work on offense. Off the play fake on 1st down. And that will be incomplete. Man, that would have been a big hitter if they could have done it, but 2nd down coming.
Really good job by the defense taking away the deep ball. Remember, you can roll those corners up, or you can roll those corners back. You want to take away the deep ball, keep them back deep. You want to take away the shallow stuff, bring them up tight on the line of scrimmage.
So now it's 2nd and long. Short throw to the sideline is complete, and he's out of bounds after picking up a couple.
No gain on the play.
It'll be 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Catch in the middle, it's Simmons. He'll get it up to about the 32-yard line before he stopped, and it'll be 1st down. Oh, man, did he turn that one loose and fired it into the teeth of the zone.
And you know as a quarterback, Reese, when you're throwing it to the perimeter of the field on these curl routes, you've got to have some heat. You've got to have arm talent to get that ball out quickly into the hands of your receiver before all those defenders can get to it. Man, this QB's got to get it.
And that one looked great on the grease board, but when they blow it up like that, the defense is going to win every time. And the Tigers now with a long way to go to pick up the 1st down. Off play action. And the pass is incomplete, jarred loose by the hit.
Not many receivers like to get hit. They just don't, okay? They're prima donnas. That's what they are. That's who they are. Nice job by the defender. You could tell he was catching the football. He was going to put a hit on him to make sure he had to think about something later, and you could see the ball pop out and fall to the ground.
On 3rd and long, he'll have to turn it loose deep. He tries to take the top off. And they wanted it all on 3rd down, but now dealing with 4th down.
Well, it looked like the offense had a rhythm here early in the drive, getting a 1st down, but I don't know about that play call. Going deep on third down, low percentage throw, it falls incomplete. And all that momentum that was established early in the drive, that's gone away now if you have to punt.
No chance for a return. He makes the fair catch at the 26, and that's where they'll go to work. And Georgia ready to go back to work on offense. Look out, he's got room. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage. Behind the chains now on 2nd and long. Off the play fake. Here's the pressure. He almost had the pick, and that could have given them a boost. Instead, it'll be 3rd down.
Well, great job in coverage on the back end by the defense. You just got to finish the play. That should have been a pick.
Oh, this crowd wants it. They want to roll Toomer's corner, but right now they want to stop on 3rd down. Looking to pass. It's Stockton. He misses his man. The accuracy just not what it needed to be on that play.
Yeah, just not able to connect that time with his target on the in-breaking route. Got to have a little bit better rhythm. You know these windows are going to be small over the middle of the field, and that's why you try to put some extra mustard on it, but I think that time that's what forced the
Georgia lining up to fire it away. That leg is staying loose. Already the 5th kick of the night. And the returner will be brought down. So here comes the Auburn offense. Another opportunity here. They had to punt it on their last possession, but this time tight game, hoping to get something on the board. Now after that run, they're in pretty good shape at the 30-yard line.
Definitely been tough sledding for this guy, especially in the first half. They gave him the ball a bunch, but they just don't have a ton of yards on the ground to show for it at this point. That looked like a pretty good run, though. You just wonder maybe in the second half, if they keep giving him the football, it may start paying some dividends.
On the ground, it's Cobb. Turning it on! Gets it to the 42-yard line, and that's a 1st down.
And listen, the offensive line has to do their job, but a really good job by the running back, understanding where his hole is. Go hit it, get the 1st down, don't mess around. Nice job following his hole, getting positive yards.
It's 1st and 10 for this offense from the 42. Looking to throw on 1st down. Caught over the middle. It's Singleton. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground covered to pick up the 1st.
This quarterback right now is in a groove, and he's doing a nice job in pre-snap. He's reading the coverage, and he's getting an idea of where he wants to go with the football. That's why the ball's coming out of his hands so quickly, and that's why he seems like he's in a great rhythm right now.
Back to pass on 2nd down. Quarterback can pull the trigger, and down he goes at the 41.
Yeah, and I like teams that are aggressive. When offenses go empty and spread you out, you only got so many guys to protect your quarterback, and the linebacker comes through and hammers the quarterback and gets the sack.
Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. 3rd and long, and he'll try to throw for it. And the incomplete pass will bring up 4th down.
It's really tough to convert in 3rd and long situations like that. Not a lot of play calls, and you're going to be going up against the coverage with a lot of dudes on the back end expecting pass, so they're going to have to do a better job the next time out, keeping these 3rd downs manageable.
Auburn sends out the punting unit. On his way back from the 20. They'll get down and put a stop to the return at about the 28-yard line. We're ready to get another look at this Bulldog offense. They'll have another opportunity to extend this lead after punting last time, David.
And it's important to put that punt behind you. It's over. Let it go.
There he goes. The 30. Running inside the 20. Touchdown, Bulldogs. He got a step and just
such a weapon because he's so dangerous if he gets into the second level. Great vision, and then David shows you the speed.
Just straight wheels, erasing angles. A lot of times when you're chasing guys that are so fast like this, you're like, I got him, I got him. No, I do not. What a big, long touchdown run. Pad those stats, young fella.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And with the extra point, they're now up by a touchdown and a field goal at 10. That's the kind of drive everybody loves. So see quarterback, one snap, put it in the end zone. They're coming out to tee it up for the kickoff, and that last score was a real buzzkill for this crowd. He'll bring it out. It's Cobb. Stopped at the 17, and he's probably second-guessing that return. Now here comes that Auburn offense onto the field again. They hope to be able to cash in on this drive, David, after having to punt it last time.
Yeah, and I think this offense needs to start it with the first play. You need to be successful and productive on that first play, and it gets you in less predictable situations.
No doubt, too. And don't you just feel like there's a little bit more sense of urgency on this drive? It just feels like they've got to be able to put some points up on the board here.
Didn't get much done on that first play of the drive. It's 2nd and 11. Wants to go up top. Finds his man. It's Cobb. Makes the grab, and not quite enough for the first down, but a good gain on that play.
Yeah, and you see running backs in today's football, they play a wide receiver basically for you, but you got to find a guy that you can throw it to, and you know he's going to catch the ball consistently.
The Tigers are at the line looking to convert on 3rd and short. They'll try to get it through the air. Just a short pass to the tight end. Janging on the move. It'll be a first down at the 29. David, that is a great security blanket for a quarterback to have a tight end to make those conversions.
Dang right. Find the big fella on 3rd and short. Dependable, clutch, nice hands, first down.
Here comes Auburn to the line on 1st and 10. He leaves it with the back. Runs through a tackle.
And coming out in the second half, this offense, they needed to establish this run game. They needed to get something going. They're losing. They've got to find a way to get a flow, to get a rhythm. And so far here to start this second half, defense picking up where it left off.
The Tigers have put themselves in dire straits after that last play. It's 2nd and a mile. And that's going to be incomplete. A lot of contact on the play, but no flags. It'll be 3rd down.
Now, and you got to read it quick, right? And he makes a quick decision, gets that thing out of his hand, but make sure your feet are set, and you still got to be accurate, even though you're trying to get rid of that ball so fast.
If every journey begins with a step, this offense needs to step into a 3rd down conversion and then try to turn it into some scores, and fast. Throws to the wideout. Couldn't quite haul it in. They almost had their first pick here late in the game.
And that's why that guy plays DB and not wide receiver. DBs generally don't have as good of hands as wide receivers. That ball should have been picked off on 3rd down. Come on, man. That could have been a pick 6.
Auburn's going to have to send out the punt team. He's going to try to flip the field with this one. No return coming here as he signals for the fair catch and makes it right around the 30-yard line. And Georgia ready to go back to work on offense. Looking for a man. It's Stockton. Got it in the middle. It's Thomas. Hard-nosed, determined effort to work his way up to the 35-yard line.
Man, that quarterback knew that was a tiny window to throw into, and he just showed off his cannon of an arm.
Still some work to do after that last completion at 2nd down. Wide receiver comes in motion. Grabbed in the backfield. It's Bell. They make the stop, and he'll have enough yardage for a first down.
Gain of 6. And that's a first down for the offense.
goes this offense with a fresh set of downs. Off the play fake on first down to throw. Just too much mustard on that one. Can't miss the target that badly.
And that is not where you want to miss. You do not want to miss high over the middle. A lot of that times that turns into an interception. He doesn't get that, but he's got to lower that football and give his receiver a chance to make a play on it.
Try to make up for some of that lost ground on second down. From the gun to give, looking for room. He puts him in business across the 50 into the 46-yard line. It'll be first down. When your best is demanded on a big stage like this against a rival, he has delivered, cracking the 150-yard mark.
No doubt about it. What do we say? Big-time players make big plays in big games. The games don't get bigger than this for this team right here, and this guy, David, has shown up today.
And it's so nice as a coach to have that dude that you know you can count on. He'll put up big numbers, and he's been carrying this offense.
Brings up second down.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. They'll leave it with the lone back. And a good, solid pickup for the defense cuts him down.
This shouldn't be a surprise to anybody. If you've got the lead in the third quarter and you want to keep it, you got to bleed the clock. Best way to do that, run the football. And you're now seeing this offense call these run plays back to back. They are trying to be physical. They're trying to stay on the field.
Makes the catch. It's Thomas. He'll be stopped about 2 yards short of a first down. They were really hopeful he could make a guy or two miss and pick up the first down, but he comes up a little short.
Yeah, and it's great defense. It's defense understanding where the sticks are, not missing tackles, getting the guy on the ground quickly. Really nice job by the defense understanding the situation.
It doesn't always have to be pretty, and that one wasn't, but somehow he hooked it just into that left corner. And now the lead is extended a little further. So after the last drive ended with a field goal, the kickoff team out there to send it away. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. And Auburn is ready to go back to work on offense. They've punted the last 3 times they've had it, and now really needing to put a score on the board on this possession. Out of the chute, quick toss to the right. Man, he is hard to wrap up as he gets it to the 32-yard line.
Second down.
And the Tigers in a good spot here with 2nd and short. The RPO, fire complete to the left. Good job running that route to get past the sticks because he got nothing after the catch.
Yeah, and listen, I'm going to move this guy everywhere. He's in the slot this time, but I'm not going to let the defense understand where he's lining up so they can double team him, put him in the slot, put him out wide. Either way, find this guy early and often.
Close to the marker, it's Singleton. They make the stop, but this passing game does some damage, and they move the sticks with the first down.
The biggest rule change for me, if I could make one in all of college football, would be illegal man downfield. And when they run these RPO plays and those linemen start to creep further and further down the field, I would love for the refs to call those more often. It's a cheating play, basically, running these RPOs. So hard to stop. Nice execution by the offense, but probably cheating too.
I don't know if that's the coverage you want to be throwing wide receiver screens against. Oftentimes, you want the receivers to have some access. You want the DBs to be off a couple of yards so you can help set up the blocks and give the receivers somewhere to go with it. It's hard to run that against press coverage, and they only picked up a few yards there.
Looking to throw again. Unloads to the wideout. And they can't hook up. Going for the big play on 2nd down. Now it's 3rd down.
Well, they're trying to attack the middle of the field. That time the ball a little too high for his wide receiver, and it falls incomplete.
And this offense just has to find a way to convert this third down, or else they are really in trouble. Pressure coming. Oh, and he took a shot as he threw that one away.
That's another example of just really good football. This is why they built the lead here in the second half. Nice job pressuring the quarterback, making him feel uncomfortable, coming into somebody else's building and keeping it really, really quiet.
Auburn sends out the punting unit. Special teams coming through as they pin him back. They'll mark it down at the 10. We're ready to get another look at this Bulldog offense. Man, how comforting is it to know that even if your offense stalls out a little, Jesse, that field goal kicker can knock it in from a long way out.
Well, he's one of the best in the country, Reese, no doubt. But this offense would like him and prefer for him to kick an extra point on this drive. And to do that, David, they've got to have more rhythm on offense.
Yeah, create some more rhythm, create some more explosive plays, and maybe some more balance. And listen, it's nice to have that weapon and kick long field goals. You kick too many field goals, you don't get very many W's.
Grab behind the line. It's Bell. He'll work his way up to the 24-yard line before being shoved out of bounds.
And I think this receiver's forte is his route running. He's a guy that can line up all over the field, but it's not just catching post routes and goes. This guy can run shallows, he can run slants, he can run the option routes and find soft spots in the defense. This guy really has all the routes in his toolbox.
Fires to the wideout. Snagged in the middle. It's Branch. He gets those chains moving, gets it out to the 42-yard line.
That is a really good-looking throw. And you think about the expectation level now for quarterbacks at Georgia. Matthew Stafford was the #1 pick overall. Stetson Bennett won 2 national championships. Imagine the pressure on this guy. When you see throws like that, he makes you believe that he can step up.
Breaks into the open. And he's able to shed one tackle and gets a pretty good pickup.
Coaches always harp about staying ahead of the chains, and when you can run with that type of efficiency on first down, man, you are doing just that.
The Dawgs with myriad options after that big pickup on first down. He'll run it again. All down, but they'll move the sticks as he picks up the first down.
This is an offense that prides himself on being physical, so you need 1 yard, just hand it off to your back and let him go to work.
Georgia coming out with a fresh set of downs. Off the play fake on first down, the throw. They've avoided the interception all day, but they were lucky to get that one back here late. It'll be second down.
Man, you kind of wondered when were they going to cover this guy. He's been making catches ad nauseum. When was he going to get some special attention? Nice job by the defense. You could tell they were forcing the football there. Broke on the football, almost had the big play.
Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on second down. Got it behind the line. It's Frazier. Really nice pickup on that one as they get it to the 36. It'll be first down.
The defense has got to be able to make a play at some point here in the second half. You're down 2 possessions. You need to steal a possession badly. You need to have a takeaway. The coverage is going to have to be way tighter than on that last throw. Otherwise, this offense is just going to go up and down the field.
Motion from the wideout. Guard in the backfield. It's Bell.
Second down.
They're dealing with a second and long. Looking to throw, it's Stockton. Going to try to pop one on the screen. Powers through the defender. He'll be out of bounds. They'll mark it at the 24.
It's a nice play call there. You've got 2-possession lead. You're trying to keep the defense guessing, right? Because you've got that lead, they know you're going to run it, but you still have got to be able to sprinkle in some shot plays and some vertical throws. That was really, really good thinking on that last play call by the offense.
To the air on first down. Quickly out to the tight end. That's a really good tackle there, giving up some size and still making the play.
This tight end is so athletic that at times they'll line him up in different parts of the field. That time he was in the slot. Nice job running the route, finding the open space in the defense for the completion.
As they get set to snap it, time winding down here in the quarter. Rides the back and leaves it on the option. This time they stop him behind the line of scrimmage, and boy, that has been rare in this one. And you want to talk about his favorite receiver, it might be everybody, based on the number of guys getting touches and a chance to show off their hands in the passing game. One more period to go to see who can make the winning plays and come home with the victory. With the break, they had a little extra time to dial something up for this third down play. From the gun, wants to pass. A strike downfield. He is down at the 1. A terrific run after the throw and catch.
And they found the big fella again, and they found him early and often today. They featured him here in the fourth quarter. Still time left in this football game. I imagine he's going to still continue to get the football thrown his way.
Georgia heads to the line with a 1st and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Dawgs! Now they've got a little breathing room. They are in firm control of this game, guys, but you never want to let up in a rivalry game.
Because it only takes one play. We know how much of a factor momentum can be in these types of rivalry games, David, so this game's still far from over.
And this is where my leadership and my experience comes into play. When you got guys that have been through these fires, been through these rivalry games, you know the swings happen quick. Now you got to swing it back your way.
He'll try to tack on one more. And the extra point right down the boulevard is there now, up 20 in the fourth. Precise, relentless execution on that 13-play scoring drive. And they capped it off with a 1-yard plunge. The kickoff unit is out there, and boy, did that last drive quiet this crowd. Fielded in the end zone, it's Cobb. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. So here comes the Auburn offense. They're going to open this drive with a pass. They've avoided the interception all day, but they're lucky to get that one back here late. It'll be 2nd down.
Well, talking to the coaching staff coming into tonight, they thought they had to have success throwing the football if they were going to win this game. And one of the biggest reasons why I'd say they're losing right now is because this guy still hasn't thrown a touchdown pass. The defense has been ready for the deep shots. They're ready yet again here late in the game.
He lofts it high and deep down the left side. Pulls it in down the sideline. Touchdown, Tiger. Made the grab and then did the rest himself, and they put points on the board.
Quarterback's abilities to read the field is huge, and also the anticipation, the time to be able to throw the football, Jesse, and hit a guy in stride so he can get run after the catch and get in the end zone. That was a nice job by the quarterback.
Yeah, it's critical, David. Listen, a lot of times touchdown passes aren't thrown into the end zone. You've got to read the coverage, hit the open guy, and let him do the rest.
Lining up to add another.
The kicker is on for the extra point.
And it's up and good. Aggressive play calling on that drive. Just 2 plays, they get the long touchdown pass to pay it off. They're ready to kick it away, and this crowd is buzzing after that last score. and he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. And Georgia ready to go back to work on offense. Pulled and finds his man on the left. That's the kind of play that can really get you going as they get it out to the 36.
He's brought down.
This offense is not letting up, guys. They've got a lead here late, and they are still taking shots. They're still looking for explosive plays. This defense just has not had an answer here all game long.
They've got it at the 36. It's a 1st and 10. Makes the grab. It's Branch. And the defense settled in to stop that one for a short gain.
Defense, man, it helps you a lot when you can be a linebacker or a corner or some safety, anybody, and you see the QB throw the football. Now I can break on the football right away and limit gains like right here on this play.
Backed up now. Here's 2nd and long. Got it in the middle. It's Belt. And they pick up just a few on that completion.
Nice job by the defense staying glued to him, getting him on the ground as soon as he catches the football, knowing he's a threat. I'm not going to let this guy get out of my sights. Nice job by the D.
This Auburn crowd trying to conjure up a little magic here on 3rd down. Back to pass, it's Stockton. Grabbed in the middle, it's Branch. Oh, he's got some space. And perhaps a touchdown-saving tackle as they get him down at the 37.
Well, this guy's been a go-to guy for this offense all game long. We've seen that, and here on a critical 3rd down late in the game with the lead, guess who shows up with another big one? That guy.
Georgia going back to work with another 1st down. They'll run it from the gun. Couldn't really get started there. Pick up a 1 to the 35.
At this point of the game, the offense has the lead, and the offensive coordinator knows they want to keep running the football. So he's going back, he's looking at his playlist, and he's saying, which runs work the best for me in this game? What can I lean on right here to make sure we win this one?
Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on 2nd down. They'll run it from the gun. How about that? A loose. He smashes his way through again. They get this sophomore on the ground, but he continues to make plays.
And there's nothing more demoralizing for a defense than when you're losing, you know they're going to run the football, they're trying to run the clock, and you can't stop them. They've got to be more aggressive, bring more guys to the line of scrimmage. They've got to stop this ground game and get the ball back.
Caught in the backfield, it's Bell. They'll spot the ball at the 12 after that completion.
I love an offense that wants to stay aggressive. Even when you've got the lead late in a game like this, right, you still try to find your playmakers and get them the ball in space, and that is exactly what this offense is doing.
Going to work in the red zone, they can't pick up the 1st down without getting it into the end zone. From the gun, running back gets to give. Knocked down in the backfield, and boy, this guy's had a good day, but they finally get to him on that run.
It's going to be tough sledding for the offense here. They're trying to ice this game by running the football and leading the clock. They've got a pretty good lead here late in the game, but the defense knows the run's coming, right? So they're going to be loading the line of scrimmage, getting stops like what they just did. It'll be interesting to see what the offense does on this next one.
It's complete to the right. He'll be stopped short of the line to gain. Needed about 3 more on that one.
And I think if I'm a QB, I like the decision. I get it to my running back who's really good after the catch and really good with the ball in his hands, but the defense did the job. They got him on the ground. They gave him some yards, but they forced the 4th down.
They'll play it safe and send out the field goal unit. At this point in the game, and this crowd knows this is a huge field goal attempt. And it's no good. After the missed field goal, fellas, still a 13-point ball game.
Well, that's one the kicker would like to have back. That's a kick he should be making in his sleep.
Now here comes that Auburn offense onto the field again. Gonna run it. It's Alston. Crosses the 30. He's got a lane. Big pickup on the ground here to keep this drive moving and give them a 1st down.
And a great job by the offensive line. You're going to run the ball right up the middle. You better control control the line of scrimmage. You can see the center, the guard, the tackles doing a good job getting on their guys just enough where this running back can get into space and make the big gain.
They've got a 1st and 10 at the 34. He's going to lose a yard on that one.
And these linebackers, man, the reason they're winning this football game is they've been swarming. You watch them. They're downhill, not missing many tackles. They've really dominated the run game, and that's why they're winning this football game.
The Tigers trying to find their way forward after the big loss on the last play. 2nd down, they'll go to the air. Finds his man. It's Simmons. And the defense had that one well covered. Just a short game there.
I think really good wide receivers do a good job of making every route kind of look the same. You could tell this looked like a vertical route. So if I'm a DB, I'm bailing, and all of a sudden he sits that hitch down. Nice job by the wide receiver creating enough separation to create a positive gain.
Trying to move the sticks on 3rd down through the air. Turns it loose deep. And the deep shot is complete inside the 35-yard line. They absolutely had to have that 3rd down to keep any glimmer of hope alive.
And defensively, that's exactly what I want. Make you get the 3rd down. The clock is your enemy. Multiple possession lead. That is right where I want this offense.
Auburn ready to go back to work after getting another 1st down. He'll keep it himself. Turning it on. A really nice run and gain, and he gets down to avoid taking punishment.
And this QB is dialed in. You've already seen the passing ability to make plays down the field. But how about this? Running the option as well. The diversity in this offense, really hard to stop, and he's having a day.
The Tigers back to the line on 1st down. Let's see if they keep leaning on this running game. He's got it on the run. And he'll take it in and house it. Touchdown, Auburn. These two have spent plenty of time together. That was almost telepathic, David.
No doubt, and quarterbacks and wide receivers throw all offseason to get on the same page. You can see he hits him in stride. That's why he gets the touchdown.
Ready to try the point after. And it's up and good as they draw just a touch closer. So that scoring drive took only 6 plays. And the capper, a 19-yard toss for the touchdown. So after getting into the end zone on that last drive, they're set to kick it away. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. We're ready to get another look at this Bulldog offense. Off the play fake on 1st down, wants to throw. Can't make the grab. Quarterback just missed him a little bit. After the incompletion, it's 2nd and 10 from their own 25. They're trying to slow that rush down with the draw.
Offensive linemen love when you sneak in draws, when you sneak in screens. It holds these defensive linemen accountable. You want to rush the quarterback, you're going to fly upfield every single play. We'll sneak right behind you and get some yardage.
These fans stepping up to help this defense on 3rd down. Surging forward on the sneak.
And David, on 3rd and inches right there, that's often a decision the quarterback predetermines. Who's my best guard? That's the guy I'm going to try to get behind.
And I know that defensively too, but I'm just trying to dive and create a pile, but it's so hard to stop that play. That's why you see it ran so successfully.
They'll snap it on 1st down from the 35. Pulls and fires it complete to the right. And just a short, safe pass play. They pick up a few.
You know, the defense doesn't have an answer for this slot guy right now. They may want to think about bracketing him, having a defender play to the outside quarterback to have to go somewhere else with the ball.
Dropping back, it's Stockton. Fires to the right. And he drops it just a little too slippery in the hand.
Well, the tight end's a guy that's going to have to be able to make plays for this offense in the passing game. That time, QB looking for the big fella. He ran a good route, just couldn't reel it in.
Oh, this crowd wants it. They want to roll Toomer's corner, but right now they want to stop on third down. From the gun, wants to pass. Here's a heat. Just had to get rid of that one to save the yardage on third down.
And you just love to see that from the quarterback. I know it's a big third down, and more than anything, you want to throw a completion, keep your offense on the field, but when the defense wins and nobody's open, you got to just tip your hat, throw it away. Now a big decision coming up on fourth down.
Georgia sends out the punt team. We've seen a lot of the punt team 6 times tonight. Boy, they had a chance to track that thing down, but it bounces into the end zone for a touchback. And Auburn is ready to go back to work on offense. Trying to beat the D deep. He toasted coverage, got it deep downfield. And he eluded the defense, and he'll take it all away. Touchdown, Tigers. Like a Thanksgiving turkey. They're just being carved. No shot. They have no idea how to get in this quarterback's head.
He's on fire. Everything he's doing is working defensively. We got to figure something out. We got to try to do something a little bit different. Bring more pressure. At this rate, shoot, he's on so much fire, you might as well just send everybody. Blitz everybody, live with the results, because everything else ain't working anyways.
Extra point here will give them the lead. And the extra point gives them a 1-point lead here in the fourth. If only it were always this easy for the offensive coordinator. One play, big chunk yardage, put points on the board just like that. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. And Georgia ready to go back to work on offense. This certainly hasn't been their best day, but there's no time for mistakes now. They have to execute if they want to snatch this thing from the fire. And what moves this guy has. The jukes, the wiggles, the squirts just went right past him and picked up the first down. They've got it at the 37. It's 1st and 10. Right back to the well. And he was able to get away from one tackle, but plenty of help was on the way. Decent pickup on that play.
And winning first downs is a priority for a defense, and you can't get bludgeoned. You can't get physically beat at the point of attack. You know the percentages. It's usually pretty good on first down that they're going to run the football. So then getting that big chunk, getting in second and short, not a good job by this defense.
Throws to the wideout. And it's an incomplete pass over the middle.
But how loud is it in this building? This is crazy. These fans are going absolutely nuts. And I used to love when the fans got involved, and I'm on defense, because it messes with the snap count, it messes with the communication, and it can really rattle an offense.
Big third down as the crowd gets behind this defense. To the air, it's Stockton. Dances away. He's sacked. He'll lose a couple on that one as he tried to get back to the line of scrimmage.
And you could easily argue the biggest reason this team is trailing here in the second half is because they have not been able to protect their quarterback tonight. They've already given up 5 sacks in the game, and you just saw another one right there. This offensive line has had problems all night long.
Georgia lining up to punt it away. And the punt will hit at the 7, and they can't corral it. It goes into the end zone. It'll come out to the 20. Trying to start the drive with a pass. Pulls it in. It's Simmons. Found a little bit of room to operate, but he'll be stopped just short of the first down. He's just winning that matchup in the slot every time.
And when you put him in the slot, Reese, he's closer to the quarterback. It's an easier throw. We can run in, we can run out, and really take advantage of his versatility of the guy at that slot position.
Running back searching for a hole. They've got it out to the 34 after getting 5 there.
And that hurts on defense, giving up the first on the ground like that. We're in a one-possession game. You've got all 3 timeouts. I think you got to start burning them here to save some clock.
First down, 10 yards to go. Looking to throw on first down. Grabbed over the middle. It's Singleton. He stopped just a chain link or 2 away from the first down and sets them up beautifully here.
This slot receiver gives defensive coordinators nightmares. You have got to double him virtually on every pass play. He better have safety help over top. Otherwise, this guy's a threat to score every time they throw the ball.
Catch in the middle. It's Frazier. Quick timeout called by the defense, stopping the clock to save as much time as possible for their offense.
You know what's interesting? At this point of the game, with the lead in the 4th quarter, the defense is expecting them to run the ball. And because they're putting so many guys close to the line of scrimmage, they're taking advantage, throwing it 2 straight completions now back-to-back.
Timeout called there by the defense, desperate to get the ball back and save as much time as possible.
So this offense thinks that they have enough left in the tank here to run the football and run all the time off the clock. They got the lead late. Didn't get the first down on that last one, but it's not going to surprise anybody if they turn around and hand it off again here.
Hold down after a pickup of 5, but they knocked that defense back, and they've got it down to the 34.
I think that was an example of the offensive coordinator trying to help out his quarterback. He's trying to keep these 3rd downs manageable. You know, you throw the ball on 2nd down and it's incomplete. Now you've set up 3rd and long, and now you're set up to fail.
It's not sexy. It's not pretty. It's actually kind of old school because people don't really run a lot of QB sneaks anymore. You don't even see quarterbacks under center that much. But what do? You keep your momentum going. You've already strung together a bunch of plays. Now is not the time to get super aggressive. Way to go high percentage, run the quarterback sneak, get the first down.
They'll run it. They want to take their time here. And this one will be stopped for no gain. Ordinarily on 2nd and 10, you might look past, but here you just want to keep that clock moving. Just when they're looking run, now up top. Fires to the tight end. And the big fella couldn't elude the quarterback who makes a sure tackle.
I think that time offensively, you're just trying to take what the defense is giving you, right? They're playing zone coverage. You got your big fella just working right over the ball. It's an easy pitch and catch. Just take the profit and let's keep going.
They're within field goal range at the 29. Let's see if they can pick up a few or the first down on 3rd and long. Rides the back on the option to give. Got the first down and still on his feet. All down, but he has enough to move the chains.
No mystery on that play. With the lead, we are going to run the ball. You know it's coming, and we are running right at you. Right into the teeth of the defense, and they're still able to get a nice game.
Running out the clock, a mere formality between them and a victory as we have victory formation coming. Quarterback's just going to take a knee. It is the Auburn Tigers emerging victorious in the Deep South's oldest rivalry. That will put the wrap on things from here. For David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis. You've been watching another presentation of EA Sports College Football.